San Francisco 49ers Report by Chat Sports is coming at you. I am your host, Chase Senior. No matter where you are, how you're tuned in, we appreciate you as always for making today's show a part of your day. As for what we're getting into on the program here, rookie standouts for San Francisco so far throughout the preseason as we are in the final week of the preseason as San Francisco gets geared up for the start of the regular season. I do want to ask you this question, though, so drop your answers and list those names down below. Which 49ers rookie or rookies have impressed you the most through those two preseason games? Let us know right now. Rookie standout number one for me is definitely going to be Ronnie Bell. I've been so impressed with what Ronnie Bell has been able to do so far throughout the preseason. And when he was selected in the 7th round by the Niners, that was a pick on draft day that I really liked because he was a really productive player at the University of Michigan. And our boss, James Yoder, host of the Michigan Football Report, has a lot of inside sources with that program. He told me that pretty much Ronnie Bell was the heartbeat of everything that Michigan football is about. Hard worker, coach's son, a really good athlete. When he first got onto campus, there were a couple of really good receivers on that roster and in that program who ended up being NFL-level caliber wide receivers, Donovan Peoples-Jones, as well as Nico Collins, and Ronnie Bell actually led the team in receiving over those guys. And what he's been able to do first two preseason games has been eye-popping. 3 catches, 58 yards, 19 yards per catch against the Raiders on 6 targets. Of course, the one drop did lead to an interception. Also returned a couple of kick returns that I was really impressed with because he's been a little bit twitchier, a little bit faster and quicker than I thought he would be coming out of Michigan. He's always been tough as nails, contested catch guy who has no fear, but the speed element to his game, breaking tackles and pretty much being Deebo Samuel light has been something that has really caught my attention. And then against the Denver Broncos, a breakout party at Levi Stadium over the weekend. 7 catches on 9 targets, 114 yards, 16 yards per catch. And this guy is a dog. Not only do I think that Ronnie Bell has earned a spot on the 53-man roster, I honestly think that Ronnie Bell can see legitimate snaps, as a rookie this year. Like, I really do believe that Ronnie Bell is too good to cut, but too good to keep on the sideline just because of his ability to pick up yards after the catch, to break tackles, to make plays out of nothing, and to turn garbage into gold. You hit him with a little pop pass, a little screen pass, he can turn it into a first down. But he can also run routes deep downfield where he can be in a little bit of an explosive element as well. Obviously, with Ronnie Bell, the drops resulting in picks cannot happen. And if they continue to happen, Kyle Shanahan is going to lose trust in you. You're not going to see the field. You're not going to get reps. But from an overall production standpoint and him passing the eye test, you see him play. I don't care if it's against backups. You see him play, and you're like, he is an NFL football player. And why he's impressed me, heartbeat of the Michigan football program. So a good cultural fit for San Francisco, a guy who you never have to worry about off the field. He kind of looks like Deebo Samuel light, and this might be a hyperbolic statement, but at some point San Francisco can't keep all of these high price tag players. Could he replace Deebo at some point down the road if Deebo's contract is too much and he continues to be a productive player who plays a lot like Deebo? Shanahan, we know, likes to scheme guys open, get them the ball so that they can pick up yards after the catch. Ronnie Bell looks to be a scheme fit in that regard. Plays with toughness, absolutely no fear. I like the versatility to his route tree and his playing style as a wide receiver. Hit him with the screen, deep routes, routes over the middle because he'll take a hit as he did on one of those crossers during Saturday's game, and he looks like a guy. I'm talking an NFL caliber guy. Rookie standout number 2 and rookie standout number 3 because both of these players are kind of in the same conversation. Jalen Graham, Dee Winters. The 2 late-round rookies out of TCU and Purdue have been awesomely impressive players so far throughout the preseason. And San Francisco, as an organization, has really specialized this in the draft, and they've mastered finding linebackers on day 2 and day 3. And you think about some of the linebackers that they drafted over time during this John Lynch, Adam Peters, Kyle Shanahan regime, the list is really, really impressive. I mean, it includes names like Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, Azeez Al-Shire, and I think Dee Winters and Jalen Graham can be a part of that list as well. Their sideline-to-sideline speed and their play diagnosing skills, being able to identify a play as it develops and then not overthink anything, have no hesitation to their game, see the hole, hit that gap and make a play. That's really what stood out about Winters and Graham. They have this elite play speed that does translate to the NFL level. And Dee Winters specifically on Saturday night had this play on 4th down to not only force a fumble on Ben DiNucci, but for those of you who are watching the game, he started off at about the middle of the field. He saw Ben DiNucci escape the pocket to that right side. He was on a beeline right to Ben DiNucci, laid a hit, but also forced the fumble, turnover on downs for Denver. San Francisco able to get the ball back. And I think that Dee Winters and Jalen Graham, they've played too well for them to get cut. So while Cam Latu and Jake Moody are getting a lot of grief from the fan base, and I've certainly been a part of that because those picks right now look a little bit shaky up to this point, and San Francisco has had some puzzling third-round picks over the last couple of years. Trey Sermon, Ty Davis-Price, the two aforementioned players who I just discussed, they continue to hit on some really affordable, cost-controlled assets who can be impact players in the mid to late rounds. And that's really important to build your football team, but also given the situation that San Francisco is in right now, where they're in the Super Bowl window, they're paying a lot of premium players premium dollars, you have to hit on some of these affordable players. And I like what Dee Winters had to say here about his overall playing style up to this point. I just let my instincts take over and went to make a play on the ball. This is the play when he hit Ben DiNucci. It was just an instinct play to get the quarterback. Coach Johnny Holland does a good job telling us to never jump and come off the ground whenever the quarterback pump fakes the ball. I'm just getting familiar and comfortable with the playbook. It's just going to come as the season goes. As of right now, I think they're making it an easy game plan for me to just go out and play football. And Graham plays like that too, where they see ball, they hit ball. They see guy, they hit guy. Like, it really is simple. Just think about playing your style of football and lean and rely on your instincts. Jalen Graham, Dee Winters able to do that both up to this point. Please make sure you subscribe for year-round and daily Niners analysis, Niners news, Niners updates, live shows, and watch parties. We're closing in here on 84,000 subscribers, so hit that sub button if you want to stay in the know with everything that happens with this football organization. And if you want to bet on this team moving forward, bet on the NFL, bet on Major League Baseball, bet on any sport out there, make sure you sign up with our sportsbook partner, BetUS. Head to chatsports.com/49bet. Promo code Niners125. You put in $100, get $125 back. That's $225 to game with. Rookie standout number 4, Ji'Ayir Brown. So anytime that you could potentially come away with 4 draft hits, even draft and UDFA hits, I think that that's a win because every team misses in the NFL draft. It's an inexact science. And for Ji'Ayir Brown, highest selection for San Francisco. 3rd-round safety out of Penn State. We saw on Saturday, got the start opposite of Talanoa Hufanga. Just a maintenance day for Deshaun Gibson. And for the second consecutive week, Ji'Ayir Brown had a touchdown-saving tackle. So, again, I said this all along with Brown, a very instinctual player who plays on feel. And I really like how that's been able to come to fruition for San Francisco. Will he unseat Deshaun Gibson at some point? I think he could at some point, just given Gibson's age and Ji'Ayir Brown's ascendance. And then lastly, rookie standout number 5 is Ilm Manning. Now, he's listed in our database as an offensive guard, but as we know, Ilm Manning has been playing second-string left tackle. And I did a full feature on Ilm Manning on Friday's show. Who is Ilm Manning? And we went deep into the prospect, who he is, what he's brought to the table, why San Francisco has been impressed by him. Against the Raiders, he put some really good plays on tape. Against the Denver Broncos, more good plays on tape, including a really good pass protection set against Randy Gregory, who's a very well-accomplished player at defensive end in this league with Dallas, now with Denver. And His Pro Football Focus numbers, these are updated from his play against the Raiders and his game against Denver. He's played 80 snaps so far, 48 pass blocking snaps, and this is where it gets awesome. 0 penalties, 0 sacks allowed, 1 hit allowed, and 2 total pressures for Ilm Manning. 5 Niners rookie standouts through 2 preseason games up to this point. Let me know who stood out to you as far as rookies go on this roster.